In this video, I'll talk about some of the characteristics of the Equinox 2 Smart Telescope, and then the main emphasis is going to be a range of exposure times of the Galaxy M100 from 4 minutes exposure up to 90 minutes exposure, and investigate how the image improves as a result. Also a little bit on the VVT change of the output of the telescope, the image output. So the smart telescope, Unistellar.com, you can get more information, and feel free to pause this video at some point and take a look at the slide information. I'm not going to read over everything in all these slides. Basically, we've got a 4.5-inch diameter mirror that collects the light, an f4 focal range ratio that makes it a relatively fast telescope, accumulates an image in a short amount of time. You control this telescope from a tablet or a phone. I use the Android system, and in there's a database of objects, and you can easily command the telescope to go to a certain object. So again, pause the video if you need to. The battery, I've used it for more than 5 hours of observing without any auxiliary battery attached, so it's convenient. In 2025, they updated the software and implemented VVT, vivid digital technology. You can turn this on or off during the exposure as you wish. VVT does make the image more colorful and sharpens up the stars, makes them more circular. So M100, Galaxy in the Virgo cluster, May 13th, 2025. This is an observation from the suburbs of Omaha. So it's from my backyard, and got fairly bright skies in the suburbs. So if you use the Bortle system, B-O-R-T-L-E, I think I would estimate we're at a 7 at my location. And the green arrow is pointing to M100. This is 4 minutes of exposure, and I saved the image. And the VVT system is active at this point, so the stars are a little bit more round than they would be without it. A 10-minute exposure, we're picking up more of the spiral arms. A 20-minute exposure, a 55-minute exposure, 65-minute exposure, and I've noticed as I'm doing this 65-minute exposure looks a little dimmer. I'm wondering if the VVT system is somehow changing the brightness. And then 83, and then a 90-minute exposure was the longest time for this particular galaxy that I worked on. This is VVT on. Now watch the next slide. VVT will be turned off for this image. And we're picking up more stars. The VVT is really kind of focusing, go back here, VVT is focusing on the galaxy, on the nebula, and VVT off. Now I decided to crop each of these images to see what detail you pick up in the spiral arms. So this is the 4-minute exposure, and I've cropped this sort of arbitrarily and where I chose to do the cropping, but all these subsequent images are going to be cropped to the same form, roughly 600 pixels by 600 pixels. There's the 10-minute exposure, and my cropping, I don't have perfect alignment as I do the cropping, so you'll see the galaxy move just a little bit. That's my fault. And a 20-minute exposure, the 55-minute exposure, the 65-minute exposure, 83 minutes, and 90 minutes. And again, if you need to, back up the video to look at these. But and I'm going to back up just a little bit. In fact, here's the 90-minute exposure. I think in the future, I'll probably go for 55 minutes on these types of galaxies and not bother accumulating for another half hour to do a 90-minute exposure. This is VVT on, and now here's the cropping with VVT off. So it's the same image basically inside the telescope, but now the VVT software capabilities have been deactivated. And I'll go back to VVT on, VVT off. So, and I like the VVT basically. You can take your preference on on that. If you'd like to see some more of these videos on the Equinox 2 telescope, and I think I put some on for the Dwarf 2 telescope that I had used, and I still have the Dwarf, but I don't use it as much as the Equinox. The Equinox telescope gives better images faster. I used to teach physics and astronomy at a small college, and I've got about 500 introductory level physics and astronomy videos. gpclements.com. I do not collect your email address, your name, or anything. It's all free. I do not put cookies on your computer. Just use things as you wish. You'll see an organization and a description, a short description of all those videos that you're welcome to use, but you're not welcome to resell them to anybody. So they're free. Use them as you see fit otherwise. So that's all for today. I hope you keep watching the skies and enjoying astronomy.